Dear students, today in this lecture we will learn about lessons from nature. This lecture is from Unit 1, Introduction to Nano, and this is about the inspirations that we have taken from nature to develop many applications for human welfare. Yes, this is true that nature has developed materials, objects, and processes that function from macro scale to nano scale, and these have gone through evolution process. The process which is different than we do. Whatever we are observing in the nature gone through the evolution over 3.8 gigayears. And the emerging world of biomimetics allows one to mimic biology or nature to develop nanomaterials, nano device, and processes. In this lecture, we will discuss about few very important examples from nature. Following is the outline that we will follow. We will discuss learning outcome, SELO, then introduction to this subject. We will take some examples, important examples that we are using to develop many applications, especially Lotus effect, gecko effect, and in the end we will discuss applications and exercise followed by reference. The whole lecture is based on some very specific observations and then development of some applications. Some applications develop to solve a problem and some for by their own way to this lecture will help you and inspire you to observe the nature, and whatever the challenges and the issues you are having in day-to-day applications, engineering applications, observe the nature to solve. And yes, if you are a good observer, nature helps us to develop many things. We all are agree with the fact that the nanotechnology basically is a molecular manipulation. The nature develop the things using bottom-up process. In the nature, molecules organized themselves from simple to complex structures, and finally the life developed there. Something happened similar to present nanotechnology that we are working. The biotechnology that we have developed to understand the basics of human being and the life fundamentals, nanotechnology help a lot for synthesizing many things and understanding the basic principle of the system. This will help a lot to design new man-made particles, elements. Nanotechnology have many advantages to us, and these advantages lies in most products lighter, stronger, robust, cheaper, cleaner, even more smarter than we have. We have many products, and the aim of this nanotechnology is to make anything from anything. Yes. Begin everything from the atom to develop something. You can make diamond from the carbon just by rearrangement, and take few leaves to prepare any other materials. So this can only be done if we talk about various nanomachines that already exist in nature. Yes, the term is given to this lessons from nature is biomimetics, biologically inspired design or adaptations or deviation from nature. This is called biomimetics. Copy from there, inspiration from there. It means mimicking biology or nature. Biomimetics is derived from Greek word biomimesis. The word was coined by polymath Otto Schmidt in 1957 in his doctoral research. He mimicked the electrical action of the nerve. And since then, we are developing many things from biology. We are taking the inspiration from the nature and developing. Biomimicry and biognosis, the field of biomimetics, is highly interdisciplinary. This involves the understanding of biological functions, structures, principles of various objects found in nature by biologists, physicists, chemists, and material scientists, and the design and fabrication of various materials, devices, was done by engineers, material scientists, chemists, and others. So you can think over it, what a wide canvas it is. Many, almost all the fields, academicians and scientists can work in this. Biological materials are highly organized form of molecules to the nanoscale, microscale, and macroscale. And they ultimately become very different functional materials. The properties of materials and surfaces results from complex interplay between the surface structure, morphology, physical and chemical properties. So these things are very interlinked with each other, and understanding of the subject is very essential for us. Many applications we have developed from the nature for such type of functionality the nature already have in their designs, in their materials, like super hydrophobicity. It can repel, not only repel, but hydrophobic, super hydrophobic. Even nothing can be attached there. This also leads to self-cleaning, drag reduction in fluid flow, energy conversion, high adhesion. Adhesion is also get the example from the nature. Reversible adhesion, aerodynamic lift, many strengthy materials, self-assembly, anti-reflection, thermal insulation, self-healing. So many things we have taken the example from the nature. We will discuss few of them here. Lotus effect in nanotechnology is one of the very important effect that has been analyzed by nanotechnology, and then many applications have been developed on that. The Lotus effect basically used for the event that is called hydrophobic effect. There are certain materials which are hydrophobic to the water, and this hydrophobicity help us a lot, because with these materials the water cannot stick, and the quality of the Lotus is up to that extent that is called super hydrophobic. And before moving to this effect, why this is happening, this was fully explained on the basis of nanotechnology. First we will see what is this effect, then we will go to the why it happens. In the next slide we have a very small clipping to understand this effect. You can see the droplets are there on Lotus leaf. This is Lotus leaf. You can see how interesting the pictures are. The droplets cannot stay on the Lotus leaf. Now here the magnified image shown for the Lotus leaf. Whether it is a small drop or a big drop, cannot stay there. And you can picturize these things nicely. That is called super hydrophobic behavior of water. So we have developed any application of this super hydrophobicity. In science, now we use the term Lotus effect to water repellency and self-cleaning, as we have seen in the last video. A drop that is kept on surface, instead of being absorbed there, it repelled. Initially, this was a scientific mystery because it has not been possible to discover why it doesn't get wet. The hydrophobic characteristics of lotus flower has been initiated useful effect of human life, being one of the main tasks for nanotechnology research. The development of hydrophobic materials, development of self-cleaning materials for human welfare. The Lotus effect has been reproduced on many surfaces like wood, plastic, glass, metal, stones. I think many of us have many examples of these things day-to-day life, including textiles, absorbents. And we did this using some chemical treatments of technological innovation. We got many beneficial effects using this because this improves the appearance, this improves the life of the material, no absorbent, all the time it repel, constant, and so cleaning is not required now, too much cleaning because material is self-cleaned. If suppose the body of the car is coated with the self-repellent and self-cleaning material, then we don't require too much washing. So you may reduce the use of many detergents, soaps, and this can also increase the life of the car. Similarly, in the textile, you can improve wooden doors, furniture. So this is very interesting for us. Lotus effect has a great impact due to its multiple benefits, and now this is commercialized of the product has spread globally, and this is one of the powerful example from nanotechnology that we have developed, and we have taken inspiration from the nature. The Lotus effect. This is also known as self-cleaning effect as far as application part is concerned. The super hydrophobic surface which have existed from the million of years now with the fashion thanks to nanotechnology. We need Lotus effect or self-cleaning effect in textile. We knew this thing that the lotus leaf, an aquatic plant of Asian origin, do not get wet. And as a result, the rainwater takes the form of spherical drops when it comes into contact with surface of leaves. Spherical drops means the least surface, contact surface with these two. And this allows it to slide freely, taking all dirt that is on the leaf. And ultimately, the leaf is clean and dry and also free of any bacterial colonies despite living in polluted waters. As we know that the lotus is an aquatic plant and also found in mud areas. The self-cleaning effect called Lotus effect and may also found in some plant species and birds and insects, but more pronounced here. leaf, lotus. This behavior has been explained by biologists, and they explain on the basis of chemical composition and topography of the leaf. The leaf had two levels of structure that explain this behavior. A microstructure level of the size of micron or thousand of millimeter. This consists of surface lumps there. And the second is nanostructure level, where of the order of millionth of millimeter formed by small hairs. And both the systems are very responsible for this. And both systems as constituted by wax coating, which together make the surface of lotus leaf repel water and does not get wet, superhydrophobic behavior. So these structures, topography and composition, these two are responsible for this behavior. This phenomena was studied by Dater and Johnson in 1964, inspired by lotus flower. They represents the plant's ability to be superhydrophobic, water repellent, and consequently behave as a self-cleaning. Particular geometry of the leaf surface and covering of thin layer of wax allows rain to wash away from the dirt, from this leaf. And this is very interesting effect which inspired us to develop many applications, self-cleaning applications, self-cleaning of buildings, self-cleaning of car, textiles and any material using this. Now we are developing many nanoparticles which have this effect using photocatalytic behavior or some other behaviors. About 200 plants now have this. We have found that these have this type of characteristics. Apart from this, some wings of some insects also have this property, a property of self-cleaning. This effect is very useful effect, and the biologists Nanhuas and Barhart patented the idea and they named as Lotus effect. This idea is depend on chemical properties as well as physical properties, and so this effect is studied by many botanists and by physicists for better understanding. Lotus effect represents superhydrophobicity, not hydrophobicity. Hydrophobicity, water repulsion, which may be a chemical property, but the superhydrophobicity is a fundamentally physical property. This depends on the angle of reflection. The contact angle plays a very important role for this effect. The contact angle between surface and the water droplet. If the contact angle between the surface and the water droplet is between 90 to 150 degree, then we observe hydrophobic properties. But on the other hand, when angle of contact becomes 150 degree, this effect is amplified and become impossible to wet surface, and this is called superhydrophobic characteristics for this. There are certain applications of Lotus effect, which is a source of inspiration for innovative technologies. It can be used in building sector with creation of roofs and paint capable of self-cleaning. We can develop paints for prevent corrosion of metallic materials, insulators to prevent damage of electrical or electronics equipments, protection of walls and other spaces against vandalism, as well as the development of antibacterial surface, and of course for hydrophobic solution for glass and windshields. So many applications can be developed for Lotus effect. Another evolutionary technology is gecko addition. We know that the gecko have power to move very fast on the roof, on the wall. Addition is very high. Gecko, I am talking about lizards and their family. They have enormous power to move very fast on glass, on slippery surfaces. This also inspires us to develop many things. Once Aristotle commented on the ability of gecko to run up and down a tree in any way, even with the head downwards. What I want to convey, this is not a new behavior we observe. This was observed by Aristotle. But the application developed now with nanotechnology, with the help of this. The geckos are the world's supreme climbers that are capable of attaching and detaching their adhesive toes in milliseconds while learning with apparently reckless abandon on vertical and inverted surfaces. So that is again important. We can understand this behavior by this picture. The structural hierarchy of the gecko adhesive system is shown here. The ventral view of gecko climbing a vertical glass surface is shown in figure A. And now just zoom out. The ventral view of the foot of a gecko showing SETA bearing scanners, adhesive lamellae. This is also called adhesive lamellae. That is very important to note here. See this B figure. In the B figure, you are having mesoscale array of SETA bearing scanners, also called adhesive lamellae. The microscale array of SETA are arranged in a nearly grid-like pattern. This is shown here. You can see here many grids are observed like here. You just go through. Actually, the first figure is about gecko. Then we have moved to this structure. Then in the C figure, we are discussing about very small structures. And this microscale array of pattern on ventral surface of scanner. So first we have ventral surfaces, then scanning electron microscope Each diamond-shaped structure is branched end of a group force at a cluster together in tetrad. This is observed here. Now, these subtle structures, if you go to inside this, they also form some individual keratin fibrils observed. And then we have shown nanoscale array of hundreds of spatula tips of a single gecko seta. So first we have setas, then structures, even small structures continuously observed. And these smaller structures are responsible for good addition. As the surface of continuously increase using this small structure behavior, and this decrease in surface help a lot for development of addition in these structure, in these creatures. The gecko setae that we have shown in the last slide are very strong adhesive and strong anti-adhesive, very adhesive adhesive and again anti-adhesive. When adhesive surface of sticky tape is folded together, the gecko-settle arrays do not self-adhere. Pushing the settle surface of the gecko feet together does not result in strong adhesion. Also, unlike conventional adhesives, the setae do not remain dirty. They clean itself. This is called self-cleaning adhesives. And whenever they are contaminated, they have ability to clean themselves by repeated contact with clean surface. Using a contact mechanical model, it is suggested that it is possible the self-cleaning occur by energetic disequilibrium between adhesive forces that attracting a dirt particle to the substrate. So that is very important for us to learn self-cleaning. Many applications we have developed for adhesive nanostructures, gecko. Now we have applications for a dry self-cleaning adhesives that does not rely on soft polymer or chemical bonds. Biomedical applications such as endoscopy and tissue adhesives are one of the examples for this. However, for biotechnology, that is very important. Whatever we have chosen, we have developed, it should be non-toxic and non-irritating. If we are using the application like endoscopy, many other applications also there, like MEMS, switching, wafer alignment, micro manipulations. This could be replaced the use of screws, glue, interlocking tabs if we will develop in automobiles, mobile phones. If we have such type of glues, easy to attach and detach possibilities. These nanostructures rely on van der Waals forces, and that is why it able to rebound dynamically, allowing to self-repair if fractures are there. Cleverly, smartly they can join. So many applications we may have. And this will also affect the cost environmental impact of our devices if we develop. So these are the things, possible applications of gecko. The study of the lizard is contributing to understand the fundamental process of addition and friction. So it is a biological inspiration for design of novel adhesives and climbing robots. So that is very interesting, the development of curiosity-based research from the nature. In this lecture, we have discussed several examples, and one of the two most important examples from self-cleaning, superhydrophobicity, and adhesives, super adhesives. We have explained these two behavior from nature and how we have accepted, we have inspired from these behavior to develop many things. Many applications can be studied from the nature and can be used for development of many devices like. We have developed here two applications and two inspirations which has given a lot of inspiration for us. Now I am giving an exercise to you to make a list of other examples from nature that may inspire us, or inspiring also, already inspiring for development of new applications. Like I am giving one example here again, like butterfly, colors of butterfly wings. Why the wings are very colored and very vibrant colors that cannot be fed anytime, and then application of these things for us. Following are the references for this lecture. It's already been added in your content section, resources section, and can also be searched through the net. But I suggest to go through this so that you will get more details about these applications. Thank you. It's a nice lecture to inspire you for the synthesis of nanoparticles. We have discussed here many materials from nature. Yes, the application can be developed using these inspirations that we will discuss in the coming lectures. Thank you.